Hello everyone! Welcome to this life coaching hub. This is a safe space where we gather to discuss subjects of interest that help us grow. I want to express my gratitude with you all as well. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Today, I want to talk about self-doubt. I am certain that everyone here have experienced self-doubt at some point in their lives. I have experienced self-doubt myself on different stages of my life. I can assert that it is one of the worst diseases of the world. And the reason why I qualify it as a disease is because self-doubt paralyzes people and creates deterioration and weakness of the mind and the physical body. Everything that is produced in the mind has an effect on our physical body. That is how self-doubt prevents us from living a fulfilling life. That's why self-doubt is a degenerative disease. For all the members of this community, I want to give you 5 strategies that you can put in practice to overcome self-doubt. These 5 strategies are supported by the studies of psychology. Naturally, if you consider that you don't have the discipline or lack of focus, you can always reach for coaching. It has been proven for years that a coach can help you achieve your goals effectively and faster. A kid who jumps from the branch of a tree and breaks his arm and leg certainly won't jump from a tree again without a proper preparation, because now jumping from a tree is linked to pain. When we are experiencing self-doubt, we need to look back to discover what are the past experiences in our lives associated with the current things that we doubt to do. For some people, it could be engaging in a romantic relationship, for example. A simple word can trigger all sorts of fears that prevent a person to move forward for a new relationship. For others, it might be associated with a professional project, for sure. There are people in this community who are trying to battle against those stressors that prevent them from taking action towards their goals and dreams, because they are associated with either negative past experiences or fear to failure or success. And self-doubt is exactly that: fear to success or fear to failure. If you experience self-doubt, it's because you are not certain about your capabilities of getting the results that you want and holding on to them in the future. If you experience self-doubt because you are not certain about your capabilities of getting the results that you want and holding on to them in the future, we are talking about fear. Tony Robbins defined it as a false evidence that appears real. When we focus on becoming aware of the real evidence that makes us doubting about ourselves, we open a different path that favors us to become confident and achieve the results that we want with certainty. Then, first step to overcome self-doubt is focus on self-awareness. Write it down. The second step or strategy to overcome self-doubt is surround yourself with a supportive and encouraging network. That is why we are growing this community every day. This is a safe space where participation is encouraged. And this is a space to foster and nurture positive relationships that lift people up. When we surround ourselves with supportive people, we can build great experiences in our lives. My friends, life is built by moments, the moments that we experience every day. If you are able to produce and share 10 great moments a day with a network, I know that the quality of your life is going to be extraordinary. But what happens when we are surrounded by people who want to discourage and bring you down instead of lifting you up? The quality of the moments you experience every day are crafted out of the negative energy. As a consequence, you tell negative things to yourself and your mind releases more cortisol through your body, creating stress, discouragement, and self-doubt. Building a supportive network is vital for us to improve our self-esteem level and look at the positive features of our actions and life in general. Remember to put in check your current network. Are they supportive to your endeavors? Third strategy to overcome self-doubt is look at your past successes. Whether you believe it or not, you have accumulated successes in your life as everyone in the world do. However, most people focus on what can possibly be wrong rather than looking at the achievement that we have accumulated for years. Now, this can become a more concerning mental health issue if you cannot identify your past achievements, your wins, and positive outcomes you have reached in the past as consequence of your efforts. The recommendation here is seeking for professional help. One positive outlook of emotionally stable people is that they either are in therapy or have sought for therapy in the past. If you cannot move forward as consequence of self-doubt, you cannot identify past positive outcome as consequence of your effort, please get in touch with a counselor, a therapist, a mental health qualified coach that can support you in the process of finding yourself back again. The reality is that when we are able to look back in time and we focus on our accomplishments from 1 year ago, 3 years ago, and even 10 years ago, it can boost our confidence. This only works when it comes to positive purposes, of course. But looking at those goals that you have already reached, looking at the graduation, the job interview that you nailed, looking at that partner that made you feel like you were the most important person in the world, looking at that business that you get the result that you wanted out of the work that you put in, you can create that sensation of accomplishment, that sensation of conqueror, that sensation of the only feel when you know that you did it. You can create that sensation of accomplishment, that sensation of conqueror, that sensation that only you can feel when you know that you did it. That unique moment when you stand up by yourself. And that second of glory, that experience, is the great moment of your life. And that, my friend, that is the combustible that you are missing to run the extra mile. Look at those past winnings every time that you feel self-doubt in your life. But now let's recap the first 3 steps to overcome self-doubt in our life. Number 1, self-awareness. You want to know what is the core issue that causes you to experience self-doubt. Number 2, surround yourself with a supportive and encouraging people. Your network influences who you are and how you feel consistently. To improve the quality of the vision about yourself, you want to improve the quality of your network. And number 3, look at your past successes. Going back to review your past successes is a great form to boost your self-confidence because you will tap again on your capabilities and your previous wins. These 3 steps are vital for us to design the broader strategy that will influence the perception about yourself and your capabilities to achieve what you want in your journey. If you agree with me, please say yes. Once you are aware about the reasons that create this low energy, you want to focus on stopping comparison. Another issue that contributes to self-doubt is our tendency to compare ourselves with other people. There are people who speak better English than me. There are people with stronger abilities to create rapport. And there are people that can run faster than me. However, it doesn't stop me from speaking, working, and running. Does it make sense? Comparison is the main ingredient to cause self-doubt and low self-esteem. And it is a mind feature that exists in humanity for hundreds of years, and we are still falling in such behavior on a daily basis. Comparisons emphasize how you evaluate yourself in relation to others. There are 3 main features that psychology explains about comparison. The first one refers to a group comparison. Psychologists consider comparison of a person against a group of people, which can be composed of peer colleagues or any other social group that can serve as a standard of self-evaluation. Next, Psychology also explains that comparison can be either upward or downward. Comparison is upward when the person is looking at someone perceived as a superior in some way. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and motivation. Conversely, when people compare themselves with others who are perceived worse, then it can increase self esteem. Then psychology explains as well that comparison can also be dimensional. It refers to the people who have the tendency to compare their appearance, abilities, and accomplishments. Of course, different dimensions lead to different emotional outcomes and influences self-perception. Comparison is the root of most of the problems of the society. It triggers all sorts of issues like hate, low self-esteem, depression, and you can name more. We compare ourselves individuals and by group association. Naturally, when there is a stronger group with a high standard and unique identity, the comparison phenomena leads to different manifestations like envy and hate. The fifth step to reduce self doubt is raise your energy. Self doubt is the consequence of living in a low energy state. Self doubt is the result of comparison, poor self perception, and low self esteem. The best medicine to cure and eliminate self doubt is focusing on rising your energy. How do we rise our energy? By will? You want to focus on activities that you genuinely enjoy. Practicing mindfulness, for example, open a world of options and strategies to rise your energy. And sometimes people have a misconception regarding these activities. Some people may believe that mindfulness is about engaging in long hours of deep meditation. And these are people who end up avoiding simple academic practices because of lack of time or misconception about the joy they might feel with these activities. Some of my favorite practices are meditation, journaling, and breath work. What does it work for you? Which of them could work better for you? Please share your comments in the comment box to know what are some activities that help you rise your energy. And while you do so, I will recap these 5 steps to overcome self doubt. Step number 1, self awareness. You cannot resolve a problem that you are not aware of. Step number 2, surround yourself with supportive people. The quality of your emotion is the equivalent of the emotions that are shared in your network. Step number 3, look at your past successes. When you look at what you have accomplished, you recognize your capability to produce positive outcomes in your life. Step number 4, focus on stopping comparison. When you reduce comparison in your life, you are able to focus on improving yourself. Step number 5, rise your energy. Low emotions are produced by low energy. Low energy is produced by the quality of the activities you engage on a regular basis. When you focus on rising your energy through mindfulness practices, for example, you are able to produce better outcomes for your own life. Mastering oneself isn't a one-day work, guys. It is a journey that you decide to take that requires your commitment and your investment of time and resources to bring your life to the next level. There is not a standard course that can shape every single person around the world. You are unique, and your qualities and emotional features are made for your own development and for you to reach and comply with your purpose. It is important you to notice that if you are experiencing self-doubt to carry on with any project or task that you have in your life, you can recover the control of your life and autonomy. And so, you have all the capacity to learn the necessary skills to produce the outcomes that you need to improve the quality of your life. Thank you for being here and thank you for being part of this community, guys. You are the most important person in this room, and I said that because if you were not here, this project wouldn't be possible. If you are experiencing self-doubt, I will recommend you to seek support immediately. Naturally, I am a life coach and I help people to overcome their challenges to produce the outcomes they want and need to improve the quality of their lives. If if you are considering hire a coach or find an accountability partner, or if you are seeking for mentorship, I have a wide range of opportunities for you. This is all for today, guys, and I will see you next week with another special training. Ciao.